If you're watching this video, you're either thinking about purchasing in Orange County, you might be interested in selling, or you're just curious on what's going on with the market right now. And let me tell you, you've came to the right place. Today, we're gonna dive into all the numbers. We're gonna go over the new listings, active listings on the market, pending sales, closed sales, and all of the rest of the stats that matter. We're also gonna look at some active listings and closed listings and see if things have been going above or below and what the trends are. And at the end of the video, I'm gonna give you my take on what I think is gonna happen for the rest of Q4 and into the new year. My name is Rick Lee with Real Broker, and I am your Southern California real estate resource. Now, let's get into all the good stuff. All right, here we go. We are in my local MLS, and today we're gonna dive right in and go into new listings over the last year. I love all this information because it's all accurate, and I know there's other websites out there that do have the stats, but let me tell you, when you're looking through the MLS, all of these stats are very, very accurate, and some websites don't report things as they come in. They're maybe delayed. So these numbers are very, very accurate, and that's why I love sharing this with you guys. So we're going to start off with new listings. And right now in September, there was 1,743 new listings compared to back in December of 2022, we had 1,029. So as we could see, things came up during the year, and now they're kind of coming back down. And, back in January of 2022, we had 2,364. Things came up, and inventory kind of came down and hit a rock bottom of December of 2022 and kind of did the same thing. But as we can see here, we didn't go as high as last year. So inventory is tight, and I do think it's gonna get even tighter going into December and January of the new year. And we'll dive into that later, and I'll give you my full prediction. But this is what we have in new listings over the month of September. Active listings, currently we have 3,172, up from last month at 3,044. And obviously a lot different from July 2022. So again, inventory is tight, which is interesting. I know a lot of people talk about this crash. It's impossible to have a crash with low inventory, but we'll see what happens. Do I think a crash is gonna happen in the next couple of years? I don't see it coming unless something crazy happens, but right now it is low inventory. Pending sales have dropped. I think a lot of that is from the limited inventory. Obviously, with the rates being so high, things are sitting on the market a little bit longer. That is a good thing and a bad thing. As a buyer, it gives you more options. Whether things, back in just say a year ago, things were going so fast, and people didn't have options. And a lot of people, I have clients that I bought properties for 2 years ago, and they have regret. They said, we don't really like this. We're kind of forced into it because we have nowhere else to go. And so now, as a buyer, you have options. As a seller, I think it's important to realize that things aren't going to go right away. In some cases, if you have a beautiful home in a neighborhood that's, very desirable, yes, things will go fast. But you have to have patience as a seller, and as a buyer, inventory is down, but things are sitting a little bit longer. So it is something that you have to consider. Closed sales in Orange County, September 2023, we had 1,651 compared to rock bottom in January at 1,139. And let's again remember that real estate comes in seasons, it cycles, and during December, January, February, I do see obviously a slowdown. So I'm not surprised kind of seeing this come up, but now we're going to see a trend downward, I think, for closed sales. And obviously, we hit a big peak here in March of 2022. And I think we'll see something similar here as time goes on. Total closed sides, that's basically double closed sales. So we'll move to closed volume. Closed volume in Orange County is down from last month. Last month in August, we had a lot bigger number. Here we're at 4,644,193,000. That is a lot different compared to here in August. And March we kind of hit a peak over the last year, and that was at 7 billion. So things are selling. High ticket price items are selling. Homes in that million, 2 million, 5 million are sitting a little bit longer, but they are still selling, which I think is a good thing for the market. Days on market. This is always interesting. I think it's important to really look at because it really gives you an idea of the urgency of buyers and where we are as far as how many days things sit. And like I said before, you have to be patient in some areas, and other properties I'm seeing go really fast. But here in September, the average day was 11 compared to in January, the average day on market was 31 in Orange County. So I'm going to see, I expect this to kind of tick up again. Just like, in October or September here, we were at 20. Today we're at 11. So limited inventory, things are going quick. Just something to look at. And this is the median days on market. The average days on market is 25 in September, and at the peak in January is 45. And I expect it in January coming up of the new year to also be around 38, maybe 45, maybe higher. I don't know. If rates don't go down, it might still be like this. Month supply. This is always an interesting number to really look at. In October we had 2.4. Right now, past in September, we were at 2. So as we can see, things have kind of stayed just about around 1 over the last year, 1.5 up to 2, which is healthy, which is good. Price per square foot. This is the median. We're at 629 price per square foot. Obviously, things are going up. As we can see in this trend, hit rock bottom in December, and things kind of just started picking up. And now we're in September, so things are gonna come down. I predict things will come down. It is gonna be October, November, December, and things will slow down, and price per square foot will go down, just like all the other stats as well. So as a buyer, I know this is not a popular opinion, but I believe the wintertime, if you've kind of not been in a good situation, you've got your offers beaten out, it is something to consider to buy during the holidays, during December, because most people are focused on holidays or focused on buying gifts. They're not really focused on, buying a house. So if you've been in that situation, I would definitely look at December as a time to really jump in. Percentage of last list price, we're at 100. In April, it was way above. And I think people just kind of figured things out as far as listing and the average price. And then things kind of came down here. This is, rates got a little weird here, and people still thought they could sell for high. And I think things just kind of balanced out. So we're about, for the median, we're at 100%. The average is just about the same, about 100.7%. So something to think about and really keep an eye on. I do think that this will come down as well. Percentage of original price, same thing, 100 at the median, and just below 100 on average. Sales price. Average sales price in Orange County is $1,075,000. We hit our low in December at $920,000. And look, again, this tells me if you're in the market and you've struck out, you've had problems where you're writing offers on properties and things aren't happening, December might be the time for you to jump in. As we kind of just look at these trends, back in April, we were at $1,060,000. Now we're at $1,075,000 here as the median sales price and the average, is come down a little bit, and I think we'll continue to trend down. So if you're a seller and you're thinking about listing your home here in the next couple months, I would wait till after. I mean, I know that's not the popular opinion, but I want to make sure that you guys know and have the right information so that you do maximize if you're selling your home. So I personally, if it was me, I would wait till maybe February, and then also make sure you're working with someone that's going to do the right marketing for you too. I think a lot of sellers kind of, oh, my aunt's an agent, or my uncle or my cousin just got their license. Yes, I want new agents to be successful, but also too, if you're in a competitive market or things are slowing down and you want to make sure that you maximize, your biggest asset, you really need to work with an agent that's going to do the right marketing, video, social media marketing, all the traditional stuff as well. So those are things to look at. Shows to contract. These numbers I don't really like. I want to show you because not everyone has a super box that's reported to the MLS. Some of them have old school lock boxes, and then some do private showings where those aren't registered in the MLS. So, and the same thing with shows per listing, 3.8 shows per listing, which these numbers, again, I don't really take into consideration just because they're skewed. But what I want to dive into next is all the properties that are available right now in Orange County. So currently in Orange County, there's 3,209 properties. These properties are still active currently today, and today is October 6th. But we're seeing 1.7 in Dana Point. This is a Leisure World property at just under 450. This Placentia home is at 1.25. Anaheim home at 929,000. If you guys ever want to look at any of this stuff, I have a great feed on my website, rickjleehomes.com. Go ahead and click there, and you can search homes there. But yeah, there's lots of stuff currently active if you're in the market in different areas. So yeah, I definitely wanted to show you guys that. A lot of open houses going on, Lake Forest, Irvine. But the numbers that I really wanted to dive into is, and looking at photos and properties, is the sold properties over the last month, and seeing if prices are going up or prices are going down as far as over or under list price. And as we see, we're looking at this first one in Irvine. This is a red number. This is below 1.6%, and this closed at 1.82. Moving on to this Huntington Beach home that was below, is it 8.9% of the list price at 2.185. This Westminster mobile home went above. This Leisure World property sold at asking. So I mean, just looking at these, it's kind of even, right? Some stuff is under, some stuff is over, and I think it all comes down to location, where is the property, and then also, again, the agent that you're working for. How are they, or that's working for you? How are they marketing your property? Are they doing open houses? Are they going to broker previews or tours and presenting your property? Are they doing video? Are they on social media? Those are things that you have to ask yourself if you're selling your property and when choosing an agent. But yeah, I mean, look, there are things that are kind of just staying at asking, and I think the market right now is the sellers are understanding that things are changing, where there was a time 6 months ago where they were looking at numbers that, oh, my neighbor's house sold for blah, 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 but that was a year ago, or, when the rates were lower. And so I think sellers are now getting educated, and, hopefully agents are educating their sellers and getting them to understand where the market is and where they should price it, and also the improvements as well, But moving on, I mean, there are some under here, right, at 0.9%, 4%, 1.2%. this property in San Juan Capistrano, 5.5% under. It looks like it was a mobile home. But yeah, go into my website, rickjleehomes.com. If you want to look at this, just go under either buy or sell and click the area that you want to research, and all this information will be available. And yeah, moving on. So here's my take. I've mentioned it through, as I was discussing, the market, going through the market report and all the stats. I do think things are going to trend down a little bit, just like they do every year. Inventory is tight. We are hoping that inventory does go up in February or March, and I think and I hope rates will come down at that time. So look, if you are a buyer, I would jump in November, December, January. I think that is the best time. People are worried about Christmas and Hanukkah and holidays and all those things, and they're not worried about buying a home. So I personally, if I were you, I would jump in now. Even if the rates are high, you could always refi. But once those rates drop and it's next summer, things are going to get crazy. If you're thinking about selling your home, personal opinion, I would wait. I would wait till February of next year, unless you can get it on the market like soon. Like if you can get it on the market in the next couple weeks, I would go ahead and do it. I still think there's active opportunity. But if you were thinking about listing at the end of November or December, I would wait. I hope your real estate professional would also ask you to wait as well. But that is my take. Any of you have any questions and you want to talk to me personally, all of my information is in the description below. You can call, you can email, reach out to me on social media. I would love to have a conversation with you. My name is Rick Lee with Real Broker, and I appreciate you guys watching, and I will catch you on the next one.